Hi guys, it's Allison. I'm here to do a book haul video for you. It's been a long time since I did one, so I figured that it's about time. I have accumulated a lot of books over the last few months, so I'm going to show you what I picked up. And I'm probably going to have to divide this into about 3 videos because otherwise it's going to be like a half hour long. So let me get started right away. The first thing I picked up is this collector's edition box set of the John Green novels. So this includes The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, An Abundance of Catherines, and Looking for Alaska. So I have recently read The Fault in Our Stars, and this is the first book that I've ever read by John Green, and it's the only book that I've ever read by John Green. So I definitely want to get into the series. Here's the picture of the covers. And if you are watching the blog, then I recently posted a video, not a video, but a post of the top 100 NPR YA books. And so John Green, all of his novels and all of the novels that he's co-written were on there. So obviously they're really good and I really want to read them. And I just love the box. It's got little quotes from the books, and I want to finish reading the other 3 so that I can imagine I'm going to like them as much as I liked The Fault in Our Stars. Then I picked up this other box set. It is the Mother-Daughter Book Club, and it is by Heather Vogel Fredericks. And so this one includes 5 books. We've got the Mother-Daughter Book Club, Much Ado About Anne, Dear Pen Pal, Pies and Prejudice, and Home for the Holidays. And I've not read any of these books, but I really am excited to read these books. So the first one is they read Little Women, and I actually haven't read that book yet. It's on my 100 challenge of classic books, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I would kind of want to read that one before I read this series. If anyone's read this series, let me know what you think. And if you think I should read Little Women before I read the first book. Then I picked up Death and the Girl Next Door by Dorinda Jones. And I guess this is about a girl who falls in love with the angel of death. So that one sounds interesting. Birthmarked. This is by Kara M. O'Brien. It's the first in a trilogy, or a series at least, and it's dystopian. It's about a midwife, I guess stealing babies, or not stealing babies, but giving them to this group called Enclave. So I've heard really good things about this book, and so I'm excited to read it. And I think the 3rd book has already come out, so I think the series is completely finished, if I'm not wrong. But if anybody knows, let me know. The next one is Lauren Oliver's Spindlers. And this is a middle grade book. It's pretty short, actually. I have everything else that Lauren Oliver's written, so I figured why not get this book. I can only imagine that I'm going to love it as much as her other stuff. It's about a girl, Liza, and her brother, Patrick. I guess the Spindlers have gotten to him and stolen his soul, so she has to go after them and find it. Get it back, I guess. So I'm excited for that one. I also picked up Are You Going to Kiss Me Now? This is just something I randomly saw at the bookstore. It has a little tagline here: 5 celebrities, 1 deserted island, 0 survivor skills, and me. So it's by Sloan Tannen, and just an impulse buy. We'll see. It sounds pretty cute. We'll see what it's like. The next 2 are books that are kind of related. The first one is Ender's Shadow, and this is by Orson Scott Card. And the second one is Speaker for the Dead, again by Orson Scott Card. So recently I read Ender's Game, and if you've been checking the blog or Goodreads, you'll see that I really enjoyed it. And so this is a continuation, well, a parallel series, and it's called Ender's Shadow. And this is about Bean, one of the characters in the book if you've read it. And so I want to continue with Bean's story because I really liked him. And then this one is Speaker for the Dead, which is a continuation of the Ender Game series. And this is about Ender Wiggin as well. So I'm really looking forward to these 2. And if you haven't already heard, then Ender's Games is going to become a movie. It's coming out in 2013, I believe, in November. And Entertainment Weekly also has some photos from the set. So if you want to check that out, you should definitely do it. It's going to be a good book, a good movie. I really like the book. Next I got Undeadly. This is by Michelle Vale. And the reason that I was drawn to this is this little blurb that's on the front. It says, Michelle Vale has brought Egyptian mythology into the modern world and given it some Reaper attitude. And it's by Michelle Mead, the little blurb. So I'm definitely excited for this. As soon as I heard mythology, Egyptian mythology, I was all over it. There's these pretty pictures that are on the chapters. And there's also little, like, stories that she writes or notes to herself. You can see there's a chapter and it has a quote at the beginning of the chapter. So it is about a girl, Molly. So it says on the back here, the day I turned 16, my boyfriend-to-be died and I brought him back to life. Then things got a little weird. So she's been chosen to become a Reaper, and so she has to go to this academy to become a Reaper, and then some things get a little crazy. So this is by Harlequin Teen, and everything that I've read from Harlequin Teen, which is really hard to say, Harlequin Teen, I've loved, so I can't imagine this is going to be any different. And this one is Shelter by Harlan Coben. So this is a spin-off series of the Myron Bolitar series. Again, if you've been watching my Goodreads, you'll know that I really enjoy the Myron Bolitar series. And I also mentioned it in my last wrap-up video. This is a spin-off, and it's Mickey Bolitar, so it's Myron's nephew, and again, they're kind of like mysteries. It's exciting to see all these adult novelists or writers spinning off into the YA series or the genre. They're realizing that YA is actually doing really well, so I'm interested to see how this one compares to the other series. Next one I got is Venom, and this is by Fiona Paul. This is a beautiful cover. I'm pretty sure I bought it just because of this cover, but it also sounds really amazing. So it's about a girl, Cassandra Caravello, and she comes across this body of a murdered woman who has a bloody X over her heart, and so she stumbles into this basically murder mystery. It is beautiful, a beautiful book. It's got the deckled edges, which I normally don't like, but it just makes this book look really old. And it's also got these cute little pictures at the beginning of chapters, and also if you look in the corners of each page, it's got this like pretty little design there as well. And then it also has quotes in the middle of chapters. Let me just find one here. At the beginning of a chapter, it has this pretty page with quotes. This is part of the Breathless Reads series from Penguin. And you can see here that it includes Origin by Jessica Khoury, The Innocents by Lily Peliquin, Venom, of course, Black City by Elizabeth Richards, and then Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, which is coming out soon, and it looks really good as well. All of these books look really good. So I'm excited to read them all by Penguin. And if you haven't already, you should definitely check out the book trailer for that book, I guess. And it makes me want to read it so much more. So I'll try to link that below if you guys can't find it. I got 2 books in this Michaela Lane series, and they're by Karen Marie Moning. So she had a new series that just came out, and so I wanted to read this series before I read the next one. So this one is Dark Fever, and this one is Shadow Fever. And I've heard really good things about this series, and Misty from the Book Rat really enjoyed them as well. So I figured, why not go out and pick up these ones? But I just don't like that they don't match. I wish that they were the same edition. Oh well. I got Wicked Business by Janet Ivanovich. This is the second book in the new series, which is the Lizzie and Diesel novels. It's about the 7 deadly sins, and the first one was about gluttony, and this one, I'm not sure which one this is about. Nope, not sure. Anyway, they're good. They're fun. They're like something new. But if you've read the Stephanie Plum In Between the Numbers, so the ones that are like Visions of Sugar Plums, and I can't remember the other ones. Anyway, Diesel is a character that comes up in those books, and so it's kind of a spin-off from that one. Next, I got Darkness Falls, and this is by Kate Tiernan. It's an Immortal Beloved book, and I recently just finished Immortal Beloved and loved it. I can't wait to read more about Nastasia and Rain and all the Immortals. I want to read it right now. I also got Days of Blood and Starlight. For some reason, I can never remember what this title is. I always want to say Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is the first book. This is by Laini Taylor, and I love this cover. I really want to read this right now, but I think I'm going to wait till January and read that then. Next, I got Lullaby by Amanda Hocking, and this is actually a signed copy, so that's pretty cool. It's a continuation. It's a water song novel, so the first one is Wake, and these are about sirens. I haven't read the first one yet. This is the last book, and it's called Reached by Ali Condi. I was so super excited for this book, but I was underwhelmed. I really liked the covers, and I really enjoyed the first book, but this one was kind of like wah, 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 you know. So if you haven't already, you can check out my November wrap-up video where I talked about this book and see what I thought about it and about the series, but pretty disappointed after the first book. Anyway, those are all the new books that I bought this last few months. If you've read any of these books, I'd love to know what you thought. Leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. And also check out the blog. Lots of stuff going on this month. Anyway, that is it for me. Stay tuned for the next 2 videos and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!